chord structure rather than me. Um, so that's what's going on here. All right, I don't know if there's anybody there or not. I can't tell. Nope. All right. Uh, whatever this stuff is. Anyway, guys, welcome back to the channel. Those of you that are here, I just had to restart my video, and I've repositioned the camera so you can see the chords here. If you have any questions or comments or any songs you want to see the chord progression for, or how to make a chord, anything like that, guys, I'm not Chet Atkins, but I can pretty much make all the majors and minors and a few sus chords and sevens and that kind of stuff. So if there's a chord you're interested in, let me know. There's a little girl in my neighborhood. Name is Charlotte Johnson, and she's really looking good, just a swinging, just a swinging. Now, Charlotte, she's pretty as angels when sing, but I can't believe I'm out here on the front porch and swing, just a swing. Now, Charlotte, she's my darling, she's the apple of my eye. When I swing with her, it makes me feel so high, just a swinging, just a swinging. That little progression, guys, is a root and a base for a lot of songs, not just that one. I can't tell if there's any of you guys on. If y'all are, if you have a question, please ask. I've repositioned the camera so that you guys will see the chord instead of me. So if there's a chord progression that you want to know about or a song that you'd like to see the chord progression to, y'all put it down there and I'll try to play it if I know it. Thank you. I appreciate it. It depends on how you look at it. I try not to think about that because there's so many other fellows so much better and gals. And of course, there's those that are worse. But the idea, guys, is don't compare yourself to other players, or you'll be full of doubt constantly. Uh, just compare yourself to your own self. My playing level, guys, should be way on beyond what it is for as long as I've been around a guitar. It's just not because I've been lazy and I've worked and I pick up the guitar on the weekend. But I'm getting back to it now, and I'm trying to improve my own playing ability. But if you have any questions, guys, or comments, thank you for putting them down there. I need every one I can get. And I also appreciate if you guys would hit the like or don't like the live. Either one's okay. It shows the algorithm that you guys are here. Play something country. Let's see. Is this country enough for you? Now, this is David Allan Coe without a capo. I'm playing a song called The Ride. I was fishing through Montgomery with my guitar on my back. Stranger pulled beside me in an antique Cadillac. He was dressed like 1950s, had drunk and hollow-eyed. Says a long ride to Nashville, walk to Nashville. Would you like a ride? Welcome back. Guys, my internet dropped out, so I had to restart the live. I apologize. I hope that I got it out that my internet sucks before before this one goes out. So it's liable to go out again. But and I've also decided just to focus on the chords here. I don't know if I'm too close or too far instead of focusing on me. But that song right there, guys, is A, D, C. I think that's all the chords. And a G. I was fishing through Montgomery with my guitar on my back when a stranger pulled beside me in an antique Cadillac. He was dressed like 1950s, had drunken hollow-eyed. Said a long walk to Nashville. Would you like a ride? And that song goes on with that chord progression all the way. Now let me see what he asked me. By Red Hot Chili Peppers. No, I'm gonna have to learn that. I don't know Red Hot Chili Peppers. Thank you for asking, though. Somebody's also asked me to learn Ripple and look at a song called Ripple, and I'm not opposed to doing it. Uh, I do know some, more. Who's that group? Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing. Now, technically, guys, I was played up here with a D. Where's my D minor? That's one thing you got to get down to. You got to know where your chords are. Like that. But I play it right here. And those two frets right here. I don't have to do a lot of jumping around. D minor, C, B flat, A. Da da da, bam, 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 bam. Anyway, thank you for asking about Chili Peppers, though. I may have to learn it. Ripple, I'm gonna have to check it out. It's a country, huh? I didn't know it. I mean, I ain't never heard of it. Uh, and all these are most of the best songs are simple chord progressions, anyway, guys. Uh, this chord progression right here, I'll play it. I use this a lot because you can play a whole bunch of songs with it. It's C, A minor, F, and G. Or C, A minor, F, and G7. I'll use G7 a lot. Let's see. Amarillo by morning, on my way to San Antonio. The only thing that I got, just what I got on. I ain't got a dime, but what I got is mine. I ain't rich, but Lord, I'm free. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo is where I'll be. Down, down, down. And then the fiddles come in. All right, now take that same chord progression, and this is a song that was recorded back in the 50s that Pearl Jam released. We're out on a date in my daddy's car, hadn't driven very far, squeaking tires and a busted glass, painful sound that I heard last. Let me see what that says. It's the Dead. Really can't put them in a type of music. It's the Dead. I'm not sure who they are. I have to check them out, guys. I mean, I'm open to learning anything. Uh, I look at this. I try to look at it like a guitarist, not somebody that hung on a personal genre of music. Imagine this: you're a gigging musician at the Grateful Dead, yeah, and you get a gig down at the bar, but it happens that group down there is into AC/DC or something. I don't know, but you're in the George Jones. You gonna turn the gig down because you're not into AC/DC? Well, I wouldn't suggest you do. I would suggest you learn the chords to it because even AC/DC, just to make an example, Highway to Hell. You learn the chord progression, guys, and you learn the tempo. Grateful Dead. What is possible without a sin? I'm sorry I missed the top part of that. What's possible without a sin? I don't know. Uh, and guys, anyway, all kind of music, genres of music. Here's one called what is it? Seven Nations. This is an old rock song. What? Now, of course, I'm playing on acoustic, but or even that one. What is this? What is it? 12, 10. What is it? All right, we all sin. Okay, now I missed what you guys were talking about. One, but yeah, it's about the music, guys. Make it about the music. Hello, Clyde. Good to see you. Keeping up the string. Thank you. I'm soon to go to sleep. Wish you the best. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Get your rest. Don't lose no rest over there. Thank you for being here, guys. And yeah, it is about the music. Now, I don't know, guys. I've heard stuff about demonic music and all that such. Uh, Playing, records, and backwards, all that crap. Uh, I'm gonna tell you what, guys. Back in my day, Alice Cooper was wild. Okay, he was the most radical on the scene at the time, and I remember Alice Cooper, and still to the day. By the way, Alice Cooper is a very devout Christian, which you never imagine from listening to his music. But music is music, guys. Whatever the style is, it's an expression of some kind of emotion. That's the way I look at it. But anyhow, if you have a song that you would like to hear a progression for, please put it down there in the comments and I'll try to play it. And I appreciate you guys putting the comments down there, and either hitting a like or don't like on the video will help my, status in the algorithm. Yeah. Now, Ozzy Osbourne, guys, let's see. Victor Jara, he was a singer from Chile. Very important dude here. No, I don't know him, but that's an interesting thing to know. Thank you. I've learned something now. And that's what I want my channel to be about, learning, guys. You guys teach me stuff like Victor Jar. I've never heard of this guy. But that doesn't mean that I can't listen to it. Or Ozzy Osbourne. Uh, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only thing I know about Ozzy, he was married to some chick that was on a day show that Whoopi Goldberg and that bunch. He kept getting it rapped all the time. But no, I really am not a big Ozzy fan, but he was definitely the, I guess, heavy metal guru or guitar god of this generation, probably. And I'm saying this generation because he recently passed. What, several months ago. But anyhow, Ozzy Osbourne, those guys are great. Everybody has, their own thing they bring to music, their own vibe. Think about the Beatles, guys. Before before the Beatles came over here, they were in England running around trying to make it. But guess who they listened to over here that influenced them there? Y'all ever heard a fellow named Roy Orbison or Buddy Holly? They were heavily influenced by that style of music. Here's one of the examples of that. Let's see. Love me do. Love me do. Know I love you. Won't you please love me do? I love Black Sabbath. Ozzy sold out. Okay, now I don't know what you mean by sold out. Uh, yeah, and I've heard of Black Sabbath too, guys. Uh, but y'all need to look at this old mug. I'm 70 years old. I don't listen to that stuff no more. Back in my day, it was Queens, you know, We are the champions in Chicago, question 67, 68. And a bunch of other groups that I really didn't listen to. I just heard in passing because my roommates or somebody would play that kind of music. Yeah. It was his record agent, huh? Let's see. Can I play Johnny Cash? Sure, I can play most of everything Johnny Cash has recorded. Uh, because, that's the point here, guys. Just try to learn all artists, as many as you can, at least those that interest you. Now, Johnny Cash, here we go. Johnny Cash had a bunch of hits out. Let me see. Ring of Fire, I play it in D. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell before you like a child, though fire went wild. I fell into the burning rain of fire. Down, 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 and flames went high. Y'all see those chords I'm using there? D, A, and D. Now, here's another Johnny Cash. I hear that train coming. Now, I should be playing it faster. He got that boom, chicka boom, chicka boom. I hear that train coming, rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sun shining on a wind. Stuck in Folsom Prison. This time keeps dragging on. And that train keeps rolling on down to San Antonio. I can't tell if there's nobody there or there's 6 of y'all there. Wow. Okay, guys, it's hard for me to read. Anyway, let's go back here to the chords. And when I do my lives, guys, or when I do my videos, you'll see some of them that I have the chords up here in the diagram. But most of these I play and I try to show the chords. You're gonna have to learn that basic open chords, your cowboy chords. You're gonna have to learn them, guys. You just gotta learn them. There ain't no way around it. You learn them and you can play most of the songs anyway without all this other stuff down here. Even some songs that are more complicated down here, you can transpose and play up here a simple version. Wow, that's cool. I ain't never had nobody play along with me. My timing is kind of different than everybody else's. I used to play with a buddy of mine. We'd sit down, old Merle Haggard thing, uh, like this, and we do it. I got tired playing. To be honest with you, he just played over and over. Headed downhill like a snowball. Hit hey. No time for America, not for the Liberty Band. Wish a Ford and a Chevy still last 15 years like it should. rest of the good life behind us now. Are the good times really over for good? Same thing. I use lifesavers, help me get off cigarettes. But for your love, ain't found a remedy yet. Oh, habits like you, so hard to break. Oh, habits like you, so hard to break. We sit around playing that till, I mean, over and over. I just got tired of playing, to be honest with you. That chord progression, guys, D, A, and G, or D, E, A, and D, whatever, those basic chord progressions. Michael Jackson movie by, no, I haven't seen the movie. Honest with you, I don't, unless it comes on free, I ain't gonna pay to watch it. No such as that. Uh, I remember Michael Jackson when I was a kid. He was about what, 8, 10 years old, something. He appeared on the Joey Bishop show. And here's the first song I remember. I don't know if you got remember this song. Well, you rockin' the treetops all day long, rockin' and a boppin' and a singing the song. All little robins on Jaybird Street love to use a robin, go tweet, 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 rock, robin, tweet, 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 rock, robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' the treetop, rockin' to the break of dawn. Yeah, it's just a bit easier when you can uh, see the fret board or the chords. Yeah, it is easier. And amateur guitarist, yeah, I probably am. Yeah, 1972. Yeah, it's from maybe way back there. Actually, that's the year I quit school. I was supposed to graduate in '74, but I remember that. That was one of his big hits. And actually, on my channel, guys, I did this song, "Beat It." What? I forgot. I forgot the riff. It's on my channel up there. I tried to do. Uh, uh, what's up again? Is this a remake of 1950 song? See there, I learned something there. I didn't know that. But Michael Jackson did that, and that's the first song I remember him recording. Yeah, well, I quitiated myself. So you and I are around the same age then. Um, I ended up having to go to Tuskegee Institute up there in Montgomery to get a GED because I tried to get the military. My mama signed for me, and I lied about my age. I didn't tell my mama. Anyhow, was it 1956? Means the same thing. Uh, but yeah, that was way back there, and there were a lot of groups out by that. In that time, guys, we listened. On the radio, there were groups like I'm trying to think of some of them. There were a lot of individual artists. Me and you and a dog named Boo, and what? I can. Let me see. I can still recall. I can still recall wheat fields of St. Paul. Down on how he made us work like an old man. Never forget that day. Bright red Georgia clay. Another tank of gas on the road again. Me and you and a dog named Boo, traveling and living off the land. 3 chords, guys. Simple stuff. And anyhow, you guys have any songs that you would like to know a chord progression to, or anything like that? Y'all ask, and we'll try to do it. I know it. That's Layla. I'll show y'all that since y'all ain't asking nothing. If you can hit that both strings and pull off that A to the D, it really sounds great on electric. To a B flat, to a C, back to Eddie Van Halen played on Beat It by Michael Jackson. That's cool. Thriller on Thriller, huh? That is cool. Yeah. A lot of artists I heard of. Here's another song that I'll tell you. Maybe you guys can tell me who played on it. I heard. I don't know for a fact. I might be misquoting the artist that is playing on this song, but maybe you guys know. I want to say Keith Richards. This is a song by back in the day by a young lady named Carly Simon. She was married to James Taylor at the time, and James was having problems with opioids and that kind of thing, heroin. But it was called "You're So Vain." Well, you walked into the party like you were walking onto a yard. Your hat's for teacher, below. Scarf it was apricot. You what gave away the things you love. One of them was me. I had some dreams, there were clouds in my coffee, clouds in my coffee. Yeah, now you guys ever heard that? That was by a Carly Simon. On that she did. Is anybody there? I can't really tell. Anyway, guys, yeah, if y'all have any requests for songs, put them down there. I think somewhere I heard that Keith Richards played on that song with Carly Simon. I could be mistaken, but like Eddie Van Halen playing the thing on Thriller, uh, and a lot of these heavy rock things, guys. They use power chords and a lot of reverb on the guitar. So any other requests or songs you guys would like to hear, y'all put them down there, please. That helps my interaction with the algorithm. I'm doing all right. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I'm killing time. That makes me think of a song called Killing Time. What is the difference between British guitar? Ah, that's an interesting question because a lot of the British guitar, like the Beatles, for example, were influenced by American guitarists and groups and artists like Buddy Holly out of Texas and Roy Orbison, Paul McCartney, and that bunch. Those are the people they listened to. Eric Clapton, a Britain, yeah? Guess who influenced his style of play? Muddy Waters, Chuck Berry. So I really don't know. I think that's a hard question. I think that it's an amalgamation of American and the British sound. I don't know about more folk and blues. Maybe, probably, yeah, I guess so. Because Bob Dylan back in that time, Bob Dylan was definitely a folk music singer. And who was the other guy? Neil Young and Muddy Waters Blues and the Allman Brothers. And I'm probably coming too far forward, but there are just so many influences in music, guys. Uh, it's just a think about mixing paint on a palette. I don't know if any of you guys ever tried to paint, but I tried my hand at it. I come to understand if you take a color and you put another color in it, like white, you'll dim it or dumb it down, break it down. Like a red, you keep putting white in there, it'd be pink. It has a different tone. Yeah, you come from Sweden. Hello, Sweden. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you being here. If you guys are new to my channel, what I do is very basic guitar stuff. Uh, very basic. I break down songs and I have some basic theory on my channel. Very basic theory, not super advanced stuff. It's not really required to play the guitar, but it certainly helps to know a little bit of it. Yeah, Hotel California. I'll show you the chord progression for it. Let me get up here where you guys can see it. It's B minor to an F sharp major. And I'm sorry about the position of my arm. Let's try this way. And now I got to be able to see my chords. That's B minor. And I'll make my B minor like this. And I may make my F sharp major like that. So I don't have to do a lot of switching. To a G. To an E minor. Back to your F sharp. Ever really there? What? I don't know all the words to it, guys. On a dark desert highway. Do. That's all I know, dark desert highway. Anyway, Southern Cross is a great song. Let's see, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Southern Cross. I'm gonna have to learn Southern Cross. I know I've heard it. I may even know it, but I'm gonna have to go back and look at the chords on it. Yeah. Now I like Judy Blue. I don't know who did Judy Blue Eyes. I don't know if Nash and Young did that or not. But Judy Blue Eyes requires a tuning that I'm not able to do for some reason. Now I don't have a tuner. That might be one reason. I use an app on my phone. Mike and the Mecca, Mecca, whatever. Hey, hey guys, thank you for being here. Uh, there's just so many groups, guys. So many. And thank you for stopping by, Mike. I appreciate it. Uh, guys, I started this off because I wanted to do a tribute to David Allan Coe. He recently passed, what, in the last week or so. And I've already done one of his songs on my channel. It was called The Ride. But I took it to learn this one by John Prine and David Allen Coe and some other guy that wrote it. Called he never even called me by my name. And so that's that's the one that I'm gonna do. And the chords for that song, guys, it's all that I could do. Keep from crying if you play it and sing. Hell, sometimes it seems so useless to remain. You don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me by my name. Goes on and on. Anyhow, I'm gonna do that one on my channel. The other one that he did was that I like was The Ride by Dave, talking about Hank Williams. Now you should use a capo for that, but I don't have one handy, so I'll play it with the chord. And I actually seen David play this, and he played it with like this. Let's see. It was dressed like 1950. I can't find the chord. Drunk and not alive, but down here it's A. He was dressed like 1958. Drunk and hollow-eyed. Says a long ride. I walked to Nashville, was like a ride. A, C, D, A, C, D, and a G at one point. And that's the chord progression for that. A fan of the Beatles. That's cool, man. Let's see. She was just 17. You know what I mean. For too long, I fell in love with her. What? I think it's a B7. Now I'll never dance with another. Ooh, what I saw spending I crossed that one. It's on my channel. I don't remember all the chord progression exactly. Uh, I saw her standing there. Ding, ding, ding. They played that. Actually, that was one of their first open concerts in a stadium here in the States. They played that song. But anyway, guys, yeah, the Beatles. They got a lot of good songs, and they had a lot of good songs, collectively and as individual artists. Uh, Here's one that's, let's see. Imagine all people, easy if you try. Easy what living on. I'm the truth. No, say, I'm not. And they say I'm the truth. I'm not the only one. Anyway, religion. Imagine, yeah. No religion, bro. Yeah, okay, yeah. I forgot the words. I forgot the chords, even though I did a video on that about two 2 months ago, maybe a month. I just don't remember the chords. No countries, no heaven. There's no hell. Only skies above us. Yeah, yeah. The Beatles. Yeah. Well, it's they actually brought brought a style to because of the culture of the time, and I happen to know this because I was living there in that period. Guys, artists like Elvis Presley. When Elvis Presley first started out, uh, he had a hard time, guys, because uh, folks that like Louisiana Hayride and that kind of that bunch that they didn't like his style of music. It took a while for it to take a hold, and he definitely shaped rock and roll as well. Now the Beatles, same way. Back in the '60s, we had the Vietnam War thing going on, and America still had this conservative. I don't know if you wore long hair, you was a beatnik. They called you beatniks back then. Uh, I ended up being one of them when I got a little older, but old enough to be a teenager, a young man, but just a different time. Here comes the sun, do 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 do. Uh, that sounds really good with a capo up here, and I don't have one. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun. Uh, you need a capo for that. You. What's your favorite concert? I really didn't go to a lot of concerts. I've been to Jerry Reed. I've been to Hank Williams Jr. And I've seen the Ohio Players and Jimmy Buffett uh, at Troy State University when I was probably in my late 20s. And I think that was the most interesting concert I ever went to because when Jimmy Buffett started singing this song right here, I don't even know what it is. Why don't we get drunk and screw, babe? Why don't we get drunk and screw? What? What? You don't know me. I don't love you. So why don't we get drunk? Whatever that the chord was. But the girls went crazy. And then Ohio played. The girls went crazy. So that was the most wild concert I've ever been to. Country Roads Take Me Home. My favorite concert was the Beatles. Grateful Dead. Wow, that's cool. I never got to see none of those guys like that. I did see the Cranberries. I don't know if you guys remember them. They came to the children's home where I grew up. I don't know how they got tickets for it, but they took a busload of us to Montgomery to watch this group called the Cranberries. Please go away. I'd never heard of them till then, and that's the only one song they had I really liked. But it was a rock and roll group. Now, Zombie ain't a real hard song to play. I just don't know the chord progression. I don't know it. I think it's got an E minor. I don't know Zombie. Metallica, Guns N' Roses. That is wild. Now I've seen. Speaking of concerts, I did see Michael Montgomery. I was in the fairgrounds. I saw Hank Williams Sr., Jerry Reed Jr., Jerry Reed, uh, Travis Tritt, a few of those guys. and some artists I don't remember that opened for them. Uh, back back when I was in the music, there, let's see, but there's just so many good groups, guys. It's hard to pick one. Uh, there are people that believe that Jeff Beck, one of the greatest guitarists alive, and he probably is. What was that song they did? Well, I'm having a brain fart right now. I can't remember it. But he wrote a famous. They did a famous riff, uh, and he said in an interview that when he wrote this riff, he had Eric Clapton in mind and some of the other guitars that influenced him in his style of playing for this riff. Which one I like? I've seen Willie Nelson maybe 10 times. Oh man, that is cool. Yeah. You want me to try that? I'll try it. Maybe I didn't hold you. Wait a minute, I missed my chord, guys. I was supposed to go to a B minor. Maybe I didn't hold you. What? D minor. I'm gonna make it this way. All these lonely, lonely. You're always on my mind. What? You're always on my mind. Something like that. Maybe I didn't tell you what. I got to go back and relearn the chord progression, but I used to play that. Now here's one by Willie I do play that I know because, uh, well, I learned it, and it was a short one and it was very popular. Called "Crazy" by Patsy Cline. Willie wrote it and she recorded it, and I play it like this: Crazy, crazy for feeling lonely, and I'm crazy. Crazy for feeling so blue. Well, I know you've loved me for as long as you wanted. Then someday you find somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what the world did I do? Well, I'm crazy for trying, I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. That's one I did of Willie's, and I just hadn't remembered the chords because I don't know why I remember that. But anyhow, uh, somebody said cocaine. You mean Eric Clapton? Actually, all right. There you go. Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel. I'm trying to dark Sound of Silence. I did that. Oh, it's Dust in the Wind. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Don't talk our vision was. I forgot it, but it's on my channel. I did that. That's terrible. Guys, I'm sorry, but here's the truth. I learned chord progressions for long enough to do the video. And it's kind of like in here and out here. So if I want to play Sound of Silence, I mean, I got to go back and look at my own video. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I try to hang in there. I'm not really considering myself a singer, guys. I try to do enough to, show the chord changes. And that's what, because a lot of times, guys, when you look at tabs, you'll see they don't really put the chord change over where it should go. And or you'll see a C up here at the top and it ends. Now, if you don't know that you play that C till you get down and you see the next chord change, then it's just kind of it can be ambiguous or vague. So I try to do enough to show where the chord changes. Uh, Annie's song. That's a beautiful song. And the wind will whisper your name to me. Little birds will sing along in time. Trees will bow down when you walk by. I'll love you more than anybody can. I'll have to look at the chord arrangement on that. I don't remember. But anyway, guys, thank you for bringing up songs and keep bringing them up. I mean, that's what this is about. Uh, I learned watching you guys and listening to y'all, and hopefully some of y'all that really don't know anything at all about guitar might pick up something from me. You guitarists, I probably can't teach nothing, but I appreciate your support and you being here. You subscribe. Well, Mike, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Uh, Guys, I will tell y'all that I've got everything on my channel from Fats Domino all the way up to current. Now, the only thing I haven't done that's current, I did Google this. Most popular songs in 2026, because you want to try to do a video on a popular or something that's on fire right now. And I haven't done that usually because I'm catching, remnants of songs that people's already did 100 tutorials on. But the most popular chord progression is this thing right here. And that's crazy. Look, it's this right here. And, let me get back down there where it goes. It's kind of like Wonderwall. That chord progression is the most popular one of the most popular ones in 2026. The Monkees. Hello, Mexico. Or is that Paul Revere and the Raiders? I thought love was only true in fairy tales, meant for someone else, not for me. Well, what's the use trying? All you get is pain. When I need the sunshine, I got rain. Ding, ding, ding. I saw her face. Tick, 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 tick. I'm a believer. Couldn't leave her. All right, I messed it up. yeah, guys, I just a lot of this stuff I just know intuitively, uh, and I do go back and do videos on some of those songs. And I appreciate your subscription. And no, I am not uh, monetized yet. I'm about halfway there. I got 2,500 watch hours. And you have to have 4,000. I've been doing this about 7 months now. I don't know if I can hold out long enough to get monetized, but I'm gonna give it a whack. Uh, yeah, he wrote that. Neil Diamond wrote that, and the group turned it down. They thought it was and I don't know if it was the Monkees or Paul Revere and the Raiders, whoever did it, but they turned it down because they thought it was they didn't like it. But Neil Diamond did write "I'm a Believer." I appreciate you coming here. I thank you for being here, Kathy. Uh, I try to get on here when the internet holds up and when conditions allow it. Uh, it helps me get watch time and pick up new subscribers. McCartney, my love. It was the Monkees. Okay, thank you. Because I don't remember, guys. I'm 70. I can't hardly remember yesterday. We're talking about when I was young, 12, 14, out there in the backyard digging up fishing worms. That's what we did back in my day. We had to go outside. Mama wouldn't let you stay in the house. There wasn't no such thing as stay in the house. You had to get out. So we go up on the house and stuff like that and get in the mischief. Yeah. It was the Monkees. Yeah. I appreciate you guys reminding me. Uh, as far as monetization, guys, I really am not trying to get the viewers to, you know, contribute money to my channel. Uh, I'm able to set up a coffee fund. I haven't done that. Uh, for me, it'd be a guitar string fund. I run out of guitar strings more than anything. It's hard for me to get them where I'm at. But what my ultimate end goal is to get another guitar. Uh, any money that I hope to get from YouTube will be from YouTube because they already put commercials on our channels, regardless whether you get paid or not. So that's one of my goals, to get to the point that I get maybe paid for commercials and hopefully get good enough to get a sponsor. Now, Country Road, yeah, thank you. Country Road. Now, I'll play it like this. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there. What? Older than? I haven't forgot it. Dang it, let me try it again. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the what? Place I belong. Anyway, it's high for me. And you can play that different keys, guys. Now, I just learned it with G, E minor, D, and C. In all actuality, I should probably get an octave lower to suit my voice. Yeah, guys, any requests? Y'all have them, put them out there, and I'll try to play them and show you the chord progression. Uh, it's not my goal to play for you guys. It's my goal to inspire you to play yourself and make this a learning environment, guys. I just feel like we need, we can always learn. And I focus on beginners because you guitar players, I can't really show y'all nothing. Maybe y'all can look at one of my chord progressions on my channel, you know. But and older players like me, guys, I'm 70, and maybe some old players have given up and said, I'm too old for this. So you're not never too old for it. So that is what this is about: motivation and hopefully education. Uh, that's really all it's about. So if you have any questions to that end, guys, about how to make a chord, how to find your notes, how to go about starting sight reading. Now that's an ugly topic because most guitarists that do not sight read do not want to approach that. My first guitar, uh, and if no motivation, discipline, you're correct, discipline. And discipline, guys, is simply doing what you don't want to do. That really is what discipline is. Uh, if you wait till you feel like you're ready to do something, you might never do it. Do it anyway. That's how I approach playing songs and this little YouTube channel. That's how I approach it. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you guys being here, and I will at some point get to 4,000 hours. Somebody asked me to tell about my first guitar. The first guitar I actually ever got was one of them old toy guitars, that a plastic guitar about that long called a Red Rider, I think it was, or something. It was a toy guitar. I was less than probably 3 years old. And I remember this well because I got my butt tore up over getting it. My daddy got it for me for Christmas, and my mama put it in a ship robe, what they call a dresser, tall dresser. And I don't know how I got wind there was something in there, but I did. And I went down there messing around. Mom come in that room. She saw me. Don't open that, boy. I'm gonna tell you, Daddy. Well, lo and behold, I should have believed her because when I opened it that evening, my daddy come in and tore my butt up, and it was my Christmas present. But so my first guitar, I have a few painful memories. But as far as a real guitar, I don't know if my daddy left it around because he didn't leave much of anything when he left my mom. I think it was a Kate, one of them big old big body guitars, and I wasn't old enough to play it. I still wasn't in school, but I go around. I try to make make a chord, a sound on the string, and that was my first guitar, and it wasn't mine long because some fella come got it, her boyfriend or something. No, you ain't dreading up nothing, brother. It's all right. It's part of who I am. And it's not uncomfortable. It's reality. It's my reality, you know? And pain and things in our past either break us or make us stronger. Uh, well, I knew back then I wanted to play guitar, fellas. I mean, I knew I had a curiosity about guitars, whether I was going to get a whooping or not. I mean, I knew. Mom done told me, I'm going to tell you, Daddy, you go in there and get that thing out. I waited for her to leave. I looked around there. I thought, well, she's gone. So I opened up that cabinet and I picked up that thing. It was about that long. They had the little plastic uh, cover on it, and it was in the cardboard backing. And it was a plastic guitar with little catgut strings. You couldn't really play it. It had a little strap. Yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it to me. So yeah, you got your grandpa's guitar. Wow, classical. Oh wow, that's a cool guitar, man. You need to hold on to that. Gibson Hummingbird. Wow. Yeah, I played a Gibson Hummingbird. Those are beautiful guitars. Uh, Beautiful guitars. I love them. If I could afford it, I'd probably get another one. My ex-wife had it, and actually, I sold that thing in the pawn shop for less than $100 because she didn't play it. She gave it to me. I played a few times in some contests down there in Mobile in the hotels. I did what they call the hotel circuit. But anyway, thank you for asking. Uh, what was that? Man, a Martin? Oh my God. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Wow. That's what, guitars, guys, and it's not all just about chords. It's a deep connection to the instrument and to music. So yeah, that's why I do this, uh, and that's why I'm doing it now. Um, I made a decision long ago to go to work and not try to go to Nashville. I had young, and I went to work, so the guitar ended up being a weekend thing. Sometimes I go 6 months without picking it up. Sometimes I go a year. But I always had a guitar around me, that kind of thing. So, wow. It was probably worth that $1,000. I don't know. Probably worth it. Yeah, I don't know exactly, Catherine, what part it does activate. I know that it resonates with people. There's no other explanation for why songs of 60 years ago are still being played. Uh, the main thing about these songs that they have a universal theme in them for people, and we all can relate on some level. Jimmy Buffett, yeah. Now I'm gonna do this one for Jimmy Buffett because only one I can remember right offhand. Stepped on a pop top, blew out my flip flop, cut my heel at the cruise on back on. There's booze in the blender, it soon ever ended. Bam. Frozen concoction helps me hang on. Wasted away again in Margaritaville. Yeah, that one. Sing it, dude, huh? Yeah. Uh, just any of these songs, guys. Any of them. Uh, I like I don't have my capo, but there was a dude named Walter Egan that wrote a song that I really liked back in the day. Maybe I can play it without the capo. Now I told you so what? You ought to know. It takes some time. What we're feeling to grow. With you, I'm not shy. That's an old song from back in the 70s. Yo, no, you probably better than you think you are, guys. We're pretty hard on ourselves. Hank Williams, yeah, truckload. Here we go. I wander so aimless, life feels seen. I wouldn't let my dear Savior in. Jesus struck me like a thief in the night. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light. I saw. Yeah, what is that, food? Okay, thank you, Joe.
Batsmith is there.
Huh?
It's there in the boulevard.
What's on the boulevard?
They are there. You want to go there?
Yeah, I will go there in a minute. Where y'all? I will meet y'all up there. Yeah, just sit this on the floor. It will still there.
I'll hit first.
Okay, guys, I've got food here. I've got to eat.
Rice and pork chop.
Yeah. Anyway, the
And
boss
bread.
ladies brought food, so I've got to eat.
I will go home first.
You will go home.
I
You
will
will
feed
come.
that chick dogs.
You will check the dog. All right, let me show y'all this. Hey, Joe.
Hi. Hello.
This is the most beautiful part of my life right here when I can catch her around. This is Nora. Okay.
Excuse.
Anyway.
Try to eat.
Yeah, I will.
There's a bread and rice.
I'm gonna eat this, and we'll go to the book.
Try the pork.
Yeah, I want to eat it.
Try it. Try now.
Try now.
Try now. If
Careful.
tender.
Tender.
Soft and tender.
Soft and tender.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Do me a favor and shut the door. So.
Tissue.
Huh?
Wipes.
No. Well, let me mess up first, Joe.
Wipe your.
Let me mess it. I gotta mess it up first. All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye. You reply to it now.
Okay.
I bring you food.
Yes. It is in the 90s here, guys, 80s and 90s. I'm in the Philippines. And good morning. Yeah, and my girlfriend brought me this. Y'all see this is plain rice, guys, no salt. This stuff you eat it 2 or 3 times a day or else you lose weight. Now I don't like it like that, so I've lost a lot of weight. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry y'all see me eating, but this is real life. Y'all saw her brought this in and stick this plate in front of me. Yeah. You study Filipino martial art. Yeah, that's cool. Interesting thing about the Filipinos, guys, the United States Army came down and, back during the thing with the Philippine conflict and when the United States was here. And Japan tried to take over the Philippines. I don't know if y'all know this at one point. But the United States Army, because of the Filipinos' tenacity and just resiliency and adaptability in the jungle, the Army Rangers, U.S. Army Rangers and Special Forces, were influenced by the Filipino style of combat and here in the Philippines. Amazing people. I appreciate it, guys. I'm sorry to be eating. Yeah, stick fighting. I just take a stick myself, knock fire out of something. I'm too old to tussle anymore. Too long. So I have to get it over quick. Anyhow, thank you guys for bearing with me. And I'm sorry about this, but this is real, what do you call it? Real TV, if that's what you want to call it. I mean, she's going to be back in a little bit. I'm going to get off of here because we're going to walk up to the boulevard. Uh, we have a little beach uh, front. They're building a thing, a boulevard on the beach here, and they're probably about a third of the way through. So a lot of the little houses and shops that cook here in their houses, now they're up on the boulevard. Michael Hodges. No, I haven't. Who is Michael Hodges? That's some kind of elite on the sports side. Bailey, something, I don't know. In the 90s, huh? I don't think I've ever heard of him. I hope it's Coke, guys. Every now and then I get Coke, but normally I have to drink water. Yeah, this is Coke. For me, the 90s for me were all about work, guys. I owned, I married a gal had two lumber yards uh, uh, up in Montgomery, and actually she got the other one was against my will. But anyway, we ended up with two lumber yards, so I spent about most of the 90s working in a lumber yard, seconds and that kind of thing called discount building material. So my 90s was about working in a lumber yard. A millennial, huh? Now that's real work there, buddy. I mean, that's real work. We sold shingles, we sold roofing materials, we sold, plywood, press board, uh, all kinds of stuff. Two by fours. I could frame. I could sit down and figure how many two by fours you needed for a house and two by sixes. Your rafters and your decking that kind of stuff and your felt shingles. But um, the irony of all that, guys, is I quit a job at a college. I was a college advisor. I worked. My specialty was deaf students. I was an interpreter for the deaf at that time, or at that time. And I still sign now, but not often. But that's what I did. But I quit that to go there to work one yard. Yeah, I've heard of Ella Langley. Yeah, we hung out with trees. Yeah, yeah, I've heard of Ella Langley. And guys, I want to tell y'all this too. There are two boys in Mobile right now. They're called the Bradley brothers. One of them named Court. I think it's CORT, or maybe Cord Bradley, but he's the one you see playing the guitar. Big old heavy set fellow, little short, pudgy fellow, but looks like some kind of steel mill workers overalls on. He plays the guitar. Uh, very talented young man. Him and his brother actually opened for Shenandoah when they came to Mobile back in March. So, some, uh, we got a lot of good musicians out of Mobile. Uh, I, I but deaf people don't watch YouTube guitar channel, so I don't know about that. I I I considered making a channel for that, but I haven't yet done it. Anyhow, there are a lot of deaf people. I try to. I'm a retired therapist, guys, so I try to work with people. I even thought about making a channel for deaf people uh, here in the Philippines for motivation and helping them trying to connect to services that their government may offer. But it just hasn't gone anywhere yet. I don't know. That sounds like a hoot. Guys, I've actually got a couple of channels. One of them was about being, an expat in the Philippines. There were so many channels when I come over here. And my channels, I don't go around showing you all the beautiful islands. I just talk about the reality of the Philippines, things like visas, finances, and, you know, you're getting over here, that kind of thing. It didn't go over well, so that's why I started this channel. I figured why not try a guitar? I like playing it, so that's what happened. And this one took off a little better than the other one. So that's why I'm doing this. But I do have several videos on my channel, guys, about addiction. I'm also a retired therapist, so I've got a lot of, uh, I've got three channels. One about substance abuse, addiction, family, and the impact on family, and blah, 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 blah. And this one. Do I know anybody's unjustly in prison? I know somebody was unjustly kept in jail. That was me. No, I don't know. I'm sure there are a lot of people that have been unjustly in prison. I can tell y'all from my experience, guys. Now I ain't never broke a law. I mean, I'm squeaky clean. Obviously, I couldn't have got a passport to get over in the country. But when I was a younger fellow, I got a parking ticket. I stayed at a meter too long. I was on the way out of town, so I said, "Fuck this parking ticket." Well, 2 years later, I come back to town, and I was struggling when I come back. And so, anyhow, when I got pulled over, they saw I had a violation that they put out a warrant for me over a traffic failure to appear. So I went to court. I mean, I went to jail, which didn't bother me actually because then I didn't really have a place to be. So it was okay. But when I got in there, after about 5 or 6 days, when I went to court, I was supposed to be released, but they kept me, and they kept me another 8 or 10 days because of some fellow that they wanted to do a lineup, and a white male. Back then I had hair, so I fit the description of the guy. So I ended up staying in jail almost a month over something a traffic violation. Yeah, but I've never been in prison. I, I've worked with prisoners, guys. That's what I did. I worked with the Federal Bureau of Prisons. because of my background in substance abuse. But being in prison is a life I couldn't imagine. I mean, you just have to change your whole mindset. You have to become animalistic. And that's a part of my nature that I really don't like to. I like to try to keep it on train. But in prison, I ain't sure you can. I think you have no choice. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for indulging me while I'm eating my stuff. I don't eat fast because I don't like plain rice. Wow, wow, a savant, huh? Wow. Prison is just not, yeah, yeah. You keep working on it; it'll come to you, Daniel. It's a real subject, guys. Um, it's harsh, even in jail, guys. I never went to prison. I told y'all I spent about 3 weeks in Mobile County Jail. The city and the county jail were right there together. But I remember basically very vividly and clearly when it came time for me to be released. This guard came up to the cell. We were in a group cell. He said, "Lampley, get up here to the bar." Well, I went up to the bar, and he looked at me, and I believed it. He said, "If you ain't who you say you are, I'm gonna blow your brains out." Of course, I had no way of verifying I was not myself because they took my ID. But it happened that the sergeant was coming downstairs, and he heard this. He heard this guard. That sergeant used to be. I used to be sweet on his daughter in church. We attended the same church, and I ain't real sure that man didn't save my life that day. So I understand that anything to do with prison guys can be rough, to say the least. Anyway, any other comments or questions? Please. It's true, guys. That's what happened. That's the only time I ever been arrested. Now, the only reason you know that I'm telling you the truth is you see I'm in the Philippines. Well, when you go to get a passport, you cannot have a criminal or a felony or anything on your record. So I just been spared by God because I've been in more trouble than I should have been. Done more things than I should have done that deserve for me to be in jail. Just part of being wild and reckless when you're young, stupid. Old blues is what we are here for. Old blues. Well, old blues would be things to me like Blind Willie McTell. I've actually done a couple of videos on my channel about, well, I did one about the intro to the Georgia Rag, how to play it. Blind Willie was from Georgia, born in the late, uh, what is that, Joe?
Yakis.
Okay. Born in the late 1800s. he was a major influence over blues in the southeastern United States. Groups like Muddy Waters and those kind of groups were influenced by him. So I got one video up there on that, and my buddy here that follows me sent me a part two of it. Well, it turns out part two ain't really much more than part one with a variation on the chords. You found me. Well, thank you for finding me, Claire. I'm sorry y'all caught me eating, but I don't eat now. I won't get another chance, or else I'll have to just get off of here. And I really need what sign works as a stepchild needs a mom. Yeah. Any questions or comments about music or anything, guys? Please ask it, and we'll see where it goes. This pork chop's good. I ain't had one of these in a while because of the salt. I've been taking medicine for a kidney stone, and this is one of the things you have to give up, salty items. So thankfully, this is not that salty. But anyway, guys, if you have questions and stuff, please ask them. My dogs ain't over here. They're at the other house. Um, and that's why I come here. Because roosters, dogs, and they all bark, and the church, we live next door to the church. And you ain't got to go to church to be in church over here. Karaoke, buzz saws, chainsaws, everything going on. So over here is a little quieter, and that's why I'm here. That's my boom. That's my broom, Howlin' Wolf, huh? I have to look at that. Right now, ain't nothing over here but a fan. Look. For those of you that ain't seen my little, this is why I come do my recording, because the internet's a little better over here. And I like this place because it's a little more open than the other house. The other house is very, bunched up. Even though this is small, the space is open for me. So I like it here. And literally, I could throw a rock to the beach if I wanted to. That's how close we are to the water here. Pork chop's good, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been a long time since I had one. Not 2 months since I had anything like this. I've been having to eat this crap. Rice. No salt, no butter. Just plain ass rice. I mean plain old rice. Ugh. If you fellas have any questions or comments, y'all please ask them. Thank you. The way that I get monetized, guys, is get another 2,500 watch hours. And that's why I'm trying to get you guys to watch my videos on my YouTube channel. I mean, of course, and I realize that people don't watch just because you subscribe doesn't mean you watch the video. I'm the same way. I follow many guitarists. but I don't always go to their channel unless I want to learn a song. So that's how I'm gonna get it. I gotta get viewers to my channel, and I've got to make better videos. And I've only had one video that went semi-viral. The rest of them just ain't going well. But I've learned some things since then about how to do this. Magoo. Yeah, I remember him, Mr. Magoo. I sure do. Yeah, I remember Mr. Magoo. Um, that's a long time back. True, guys. If y'all see my picture up here, I changed my icon for my channel because one of the viewers, one of the subscribers, told me early on. They said, "Look, I want to put you in a card game. I'm making. I don't know if it's computerized card game or just a table game." But he sent me a sketch he made of me with my little guitar, and because of his efforts, I made that my icon. And I looked at it, looked like Mr. Magoo. Road dog, road hog, huh? Any other comments, questions? Any requests other than me eating rice? Anything about music? Anything I can pass on to you guys? Yeah, it was cool. This guy took it on his own to draw this little icon. And so I figured, as far as branding, that's my brand. Little dude you see up there with a, and it's not because I particularly like the picture, it's because I appreciate the effort that this young man put into that for me. And I think it is good. Mm. Guys, I'm sorry, I ain't had one of these in a month or two. Now I'm getting down to about the fat, so I'm gonna have to quit. Mm. My God, that's good. I miss salt, guys. I miss salt. God, I miss it. That's all I'm gonna eat. Mm. 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 Any comments or questions? Bring them up. My Lord, that was good. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not totally cutting it out, guys. I'm just cutting back. I had one small kidney stone, but that was enough to cause a. If you ever had a kidney stone, you know what I'm talking about. Um, if I take this medicine and cut back on my salt, I'm fine. Um, I think this is twice in my life I've had one. But yeah, I understand missing salt. Now, ironically, my girlfriend has had two kidney operations. She's had one kidney removed, and the other one, what, about a year and a half ago, uh, she had, I think, 10 gallstones or kidney stones removed. It's serious stuff. But she doesn't, she doesn't use salt, guys. And it's terrible. I keep salt at the house anyway because I do use it. I'm just not using it like I did. Kidney damage is a serious issue. You have to be careful with. Anyway, fellas, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And what's a widowmaker? I had 100% blocked widowmaker. Are you meaning your heart valve? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know if I ain't got sea salt. I don't know what we got them big old granules here. It ain't like iodized little bitty salt. Heart attack. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, young man. Um, and that's another thing that I've been blessed about over here because I probably lost about 40 pounds when I come over here. I come from America where we eat all those foods that have additives and preservatives and things that are totally not good for you. Well, over here, they don't have all those things. And because of that, and because of the fact that I really don't like the Filipino food thing, I lost a lot of weight, which was a blessing in disguise, actually. Wow, that's cool, man. At least you got some options there. That's very cool. A defib and a pacemaker. I encourage you to take care of yourself there, um, and consider your blessings, guys. Even though it's hard when you see yourself faced with stuff like this, there are people that can't get defibrillators and that can't get pacemakers. Over here in the Philippines, guys, if I have a heart attack, here's the reality of it. If I can't pay up front for heart surgery or whatever else, I'll just die. They don't have socialized medicine over here. Um, so I try to keep myself, you know, best I can. I don't smoke anymore. No candy. Oh my God. I love beans though. Now I love beans. I truly love beans. I love lima beans, black beans, green beans. It doesn't matter what they are. My problem is I like a little fat back in them with some cornbread. I, Southern food. Yeah, guys. So take care of yourselves, fellas. Take care of yourselves. Yeah, we all should. And I'm not preaching to the choir here because the guys, I smoked for 40, I don't know, 40, 50 years. I quit maybe one time for 6 or 7 years. But this time when I went to the doctor, and this was about 2.5, 3 months ago, I was having difficulty breathing. You know how if you're a smoker, you know what I'm talking about. But I was worried to death that I'd pass the point of no return. If you ever get diagnosed with COPD, that's irreversible. It, then it only becomes manageable uh, at best. And cancer runs in my family. I lost a brother that died at 50 years old. So, you know, I love me some cornbread, sweet Jesus, and I love it better with cracklings in it. Um, but anyhow, doctor told me just quit smoking and take the medicine she gave me, which was an inhaler I hardly use anymore. I would get back about 80% of my normal capacity with there were no signs of cancer or anything like that, lesions other than normal, nicotine, that kind of thing on. So I was very blessed. Yeah, it sucks. COPD sucks. Uh, Guys, I'm gonna tell you, since I quit smoking, I can breathe a lot better. Uh, right now, I've got this cough. I got a cold. I don't know what it is, but it's not cigarettes. I don't smoke anymore. But yeah, it's just great. So I do things myself to try to maintain my life as long as I can. And I would encourage each and every one of you guys to do the same. And again, please don't. I'm not a health buff. I'm just a guy that try to be genuine and sincere about, especially at our age. If you're anywhere near my age, things we need to do. Guys, this old house gonna break down. It already has. I'm looking at a fella here I don't recognize because I used to have hair. I used to have my teeth. I don't even wear my dentures anymore. I used to be a semi good looking fella, you know, back in the day. But we're not back in the day anymore. We have to deal with where we are now. No, I don't smoke anything anymore. But I've smoked my share of THC. Over here in the Philippines, well, that's okay, Russ. You're making progress. Uh, it's a personal decision to quit. I wouldn't even tell you to quit. Yeah, guys, I love marijuana, but over in the Philippines, you guys don't know this if you don't know about the Philippine culture. Over here, under the previous administration, there were approximately 6,000 people killed, maybe more, because of the president's order on drugs. So the government went out and just randomly, anybody that was, uh, you know, in fact, it's international news. As President Rodrigo Duterte, former President Duterte, is in The Hague right now, facing you know charges for against humanity. So, but over here they're keys. The bottom line. So I don't fool nothing over here. My day's been great, man. Yeah, that's the truth. Fellas, check it out. Um, that's the way they dealt under the previous administration. That's the way they dealt with drug addiction over here. Uh, and don't take my word for it. Do your research. It is scary. So just don't do it. You know, I barely even I don't drink because liquor's not something good for me. But if I do, every now and then, I would take a little bit of whatever it is they give me in a cup. I just don't drink. I don't do any of that. It's just better off just to. This is my vice right here: Coca-Cola and coffee. Yeah, it keeps me straight. It keeps me straight. And honestly, guys, if you think about it, if you're in a foreign country, you need to be straight. You need every bit of the acumen about your and your faculty that you can maintain in order to survive. If you've never been a foreigner in another country, you just have no idea what you're looking at. But you know, that's the reality of it, guys. Yeah, yeah. Just wondering. Yeah, as far as marijuana, yeah, man, I used to love it. I mean, I loved it because, I came back in that generation. Uh, but at a point, I had to let it go because of my work. I was a substance abuse counselor, and they drug tested us there at the facility I worked at. So that was more motivation to let it go. Yeah, those are the things you got to think about. That's right, man. A lot of things you have to consider. But anyway, guys, this is about hopefully I do every night. It helps me. That is great, man. I mean, if you can do it, that's great. Uh, Over here, though, guys, you can't even bring cannabis gummy bears. You liable to get yourself put in jail if you come off your, the plane with gummy bears over here in the state. I mean, in the Philippines. Just the reality of it. It's not. This ain't America. This ain't what it, this ain't Kansas anymore. So different, different countries have different policies, and this is theirs. So anyway, no, I don't. Did I miss it? Yeah, because every now and then I want to forget that I have problems, but problem is when I buzz wears off, I still got the same problem. So it only provided temporary relief. Anyway, and for medicinal purposes, yeah, the doctors should prescribe it. In fact, tobacco is, there have been studies showing that tobacco actually kills cancer. Now, I'm not anti tobacco. But now our cigarettes and things, guys, you know this, they have embalming fluid in them. They got so many chemicals that are the problem. Uh, you just have to be careful, guys. Yeah, it's great. I mean, yeah, it's great, man. I mean, I probably smoked more bud than a lot of you fellas see when I was a younger fella. Uh, Tie stick, all that stuff, guys. And tie stick is, I don't even know this day what they put on that stuff. It's the most powerful form of THC I ever tried. Yeah, and factory cigarettes are good for you. If you can get your own tobacco, without without all those additives in it, man, preservatives. That's the thing, the preservatives. Over here in the Philippines, you can buy, and I do on occasion, tobacco leaves. The natural leaf, and I will make chewing tobacco out of it. I will chop it up and put some sugar or brown sugar or Coke or some kind of juice in a frying pan, and I will make a concoction because I love nicotine. I mean, I'm still addicted to it. I just don't smoke cigarettes. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the United States, especially with that fentanyl. The last thing I heard was fentanyl, and I don't know what all was over there. All I know is people are just dying needlessly left and right over substance abuse. And it's just a tragedy. So anyway, I spent 30 years of my life working in that field, so there ain't a whole lot that I don't know about it. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. As that Peyton? Thank you, Peyton. You take care there, guys. All of you guys take care. And I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate you being here. It means a lot. It helps my channel. And hopefully we'll get back to the guitar over here. It's sitting over there by the rice bowl right now. Because my girlfriend just brought my food and I got to eat it. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. And so from three-chord country down in the Philippines, I want to wish you all well and encourage you guys to please consider watching my channel. Maybe telling somebody about it, that might want to play guitar, or they ain't even got to play guitar. Maybe just want to see an old man act the fool. Well, my channel is the place to do it. Thank you so much, guys.